There are no shortcuts to getting highly coveted press coverage for your brand, only smart cuts like the DIY PR project. Learn how to grow your brand's credibility with PR on a budget with me by your side. This program is your all-in-one membership with expert training, customizable templates, and a supportive community to cheer you on every step of the way. Join us and start growing your business with free publicity today. Sign up now at diy-pr.com. How do you honor a 40-year family legacy while growing a brand in a fast-changing, fast fashion world? In this episode of Grow Your Wealth, I sit down with Christine Chung, president of Just Black Denim, to talk about heritage, leadership, and building a business that's rooted in craftsmanship, consistency, and values. Christine shares her journey from a decade in corporate fashion at Kate Spade and Tommy Hilfiger, just to name a few, to stepping into the role of president at her family's LA-based denim brand, where she now oversees sales, strategy, and operations across a company known for its quality-first approach and loyal customer base. We talk about her leadership style, the intentional simplicity behind Just Black's product line, what's trending in denim right now, and how they've embraced influencer marketing without giving up ownership of their online store. This conversation is packed with real insights on building something sustainable, working with your family, leading as a second generation founder, and how to stay grounded and clear in your why, especially as the fashion industry speeds up. Tune in and hear how Christine is scaling thoughtfully and staying true to what matters. Let's go. Christine, welcome to the Grow Your Wealth podcast. It's so nice to have you here today.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, you have just made some pretty big moves. Recently stepped into the role of president at Just Black Denim. So, a business your parents founded almost 40 years ago. Oh my goodness. Tell us all the things. Tell us about the brand and your family's journey and how you stepped into this role just recently.
Yeah, of course. So, like what you said, my parents started this company 4 decades ago, quite a long time ago. And during the 80s, early 80s, they were manufacturing and selling jeans in the Los Angeles swap meet. So, at the time, it was very minimal competition, and the techniques and the way of producing denim was, definitely different from where we are today. So we kind of evolved from the 80s of selling mom jeans and the very colorful baggy jeans to the 90s where we introduced stretch. We were one of the first American denim companies to include stretch in our assortment. So that really was like, it took us off. It was a boom after that. Um, and, in the early 2000s, as we remember wearing our skinny jeans, um, the skinny jeans market was a huge takeoff point for my parents and the business, and especially marrying, like I mentioned in the 80s, the colored denim. Marrying the skinny jeans with the stretch technique and also the colored denim, it was just like a formula for success. So, at the time in the early 2000s and the 90s, it really boomed. And now, where we are today, we're in thousands of boutique stores across all of the world, especially in North America. We have thousands and thousands of retailers who carry our product, and they are so loyal. Our customers are super loyal to our company and our brands, and we're excited to still be here for 4 decades.
That's absolutely incredible. So you grew up, this was kind of like your family business. Obviously, it has been super successful. Did you have aspirations to join the family business? What were you doing before you joined Just Black?
Yeah, that's such a good question because, like I think any immigrant parent, they want to do everything to support what you want to do. I think I've been so privileged that my parents gave me the freedom to kind of carve out my own way. So it was really exciting for me to have a corporate fashion career for about more than 10 years in New York. It was such a good foundation, and I kind of made the decision after a decade that this might be a good transition for me to kind of marry my foundation of learning from companies like Kate Spade and Tommy Hilfiger, who are big, giant American brands, and marry it to my parents' business.
Ooh, that is so cool. So I know my parents, they own a business. My goodness, Christine, for a while they were like, don't ever join the business. And then they tried to get me to join the business. And oftentimes people say, right, family and business, while it can be powerful, can also really be tough. Do
Mhm.
you have any like lessons or challenges that you've faced working with your family, and how have you navigated that dynamic?
Absolutely. It's a yes and yes. It's a delicate dance. But I think one thing for our family and our company, one thing is for sure, our goals are the same. And we are always there for each other. And no matter what, maybe our paths and our opinions to get to the goal might be different. We know that we love each other and we have very much a very strong founded family dynamic. So I'm really lucky, especially in an Asian family. I'm very, very lucky to have such a good communication and a fluid communication with not only my parents, but other people in the company as well. But yeah, like I mentioned, it's a very much a delicate dance. There are absolutely times when we have friction. There are absolutely times when we are so excited that we got a new client together. And I think that's part of the joy that I am, you know, a huge component, and they are also a huge component of the business being successful and also our employees being happy and being part of the success. So I think, yeah, that's the greatest joy at the end.
Amazing. Would you be comfortable with sharing about your team structure? Like, is it your family all up at the top? Are you kind of spread out? How many employees do you have? Are they all on site, remote? Walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, for our immediate company, we have employees that have been with us for 40 years, for 30 years, 20 years, over 10 years. So we're really, like I mentioned, like I'm so lucky that I have such a good veteran team that I can lean on. They are truly experts and technicians and craftsmen of the denim making process and American jeans. So I'm super lucky. And the way that we function is like very similar to any fashion company. We have all the departments, production, design, pattern, sales, shipping, operations, etc. So um, within each department, there are some family members that are up top, but there are also some team members who have been with us for decades. And we have around, 30 to 40 employees.
That is fabulous. And so tell us, what does the president of Just Black Denim do? What is your overall, what are you accountable for? What's your vision? And then how do you execute that day to day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wear a lot of hats, of course. I think any leader would say the same. My primary goal is, of course, to make our business profitable. I think in order for us to be profitable, we can, have our employees have a um, good job and also supply the many vendors that we have been working with so many decades and also supply our customer base. So I know it's like kind of a lot, but that's my role in entirety is to make our business profitable and strategize on where we can. My day to day is a little bit of a blend. I mean, I'm mostly the head of sales and I do operations as well. So I'm at times in client meetings, but there's days like this where I'm in an interview as well, or approving marketing assets, or having team meetings. It's kind of a mesh of a lot of things.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can only imagine, of course, as well too. Does travel take up a lot of your time? I know you had mentioned early on that you're Los Angeles based. Is this a strategic move for you guys? I know working in the media world, Los Angeles has a good industry there for fashion, but it's not New York, it's not, Paris, Milan, etc. What is the scene like in LA?
Yeah, I think the scene coming from New York and seeing a lot of our partners globally, LA has a very unique presence where it's a little more gritty, and it's a blend of a lot of creatives, but also we have many immigrant and second gen businesses that we collaborate with. So it's a world of creatives, truly, and a world of experts. So I think LA is a really interesting melting pot in business, especially. And we've been really fortunate that this is our home base. But yes, to your earlier question, I do travel a ton. Um, we are out at trade shows. Almost every other week, sometimes every week at times, or multiple times a week. So we are face to face with our clients, our wholesale clients, on a very frequent basis, which is the most exciting part of my job.
It sounds exciting. It also sounds like it can get exhausting once in a while as well too. How do you recharge? Do you recharge?
Yeah. I think that's a really good point, especially in a leadership position, taking time for yourself and especially figuring out what fuels your soul is really important. Um, I think it depends on the individual, but for me, I love working on self-improvement. So whether that's working out, time with my family, with my husband, my sister, my friends is a way for me to recharge.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Absolutely. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the business side of things as well, too. I mean, I'm sure you're more than very well aware that being an American-based business, um, Just Black Denim, what I love about this brand is that you really are known for your preservation when it comes to American craftsmanship in an industry that has a big challenge, and that is that so many folks favor this fast and cheap type of consumer product. But you've never seemed to lose sight of your values. How do you keep that ethos alive in today's like fast and cheap fashion landscape? Have you seen it kind of come and go, hold steady? What has that been like?
Yeah, really, really relevant and great question. I think for us, honing in on what our company ethos is really key. And for us, it's consistency and quality at all times. So we know that making jeans here locally is our number one way of keeping our quality. The jean that we were making 20 years ago, which we have many styles like that. We are making it either the same or even better now. And there's a lot of different, I always say denim is truly a science. There's a lot of different components to keep the quality the way it is. So I think keeping our craft here locally is our key to success. That's number one, because we are so hands-on in every component of making the jean, from every thread, every button that goes on, from everyone that we work with. It's a very hands-on process. In terms of fast fashion, yeah, we've been through fast fashion in the early 90s. We've been through it in the early 2000s, and even now, the faster fashion. I think that fast fashion will always be here. And we do, in terms of the styles we bring in, in terms of the way we operate, we do adopt some of those elements. It's not that we are completely blindsided and we don't look at it. I think any business person should be more broad and take a look and absorb where needed. So, yeah, fast fashion has always been there, and we do look to them at times when it's necessary.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And in terms of your pricing category, right? It's like on par with a lot of other like really reputable, well-made denim brands. And I know kind of on the
Yeah.
flip side, a lot of folks, myself included, like I need a pair of jeans to stand the test of time. Not forever jeans, right? Because they do tend to wear, but that hold up. That's like my biggest complaint about jeans where, they look good and then like 2 hours later they don't look good anymore. And, that's hold up in the short term as well as hold up in the long term also. Um, and trends come and go, right? So I've got probably like a lot of your customers, I've got all sorts of jeans. I still have my skinny jeans because I'm like, that'll come back. I'm sure. Just give it like a
They're
couple.
coming back.
They're coming back. Oh, great. Yes. Well, that's where I wanted to
Hold
kind
on.
of take this conversation a little bit as well, too, Christine. Hey there, I want to invite you to join our Grow Your Wealth community over on Slack. It's a safe space to network and connect with podcast guests, entrepreneurs, and wellness minded pros just like you. Head to growyourwealthpodcast.com/community to join us. That's growyourwealthpodcast.com/community. I look forward to seeing you over there. What is hot in denim right now? Like what is is there a certain type of style for a certain type of person? Is it really like do you see your customers kind of owning a pair in different styles? Like how does the modern American woman rock just black denim today?
Such a good question. It's so funny because one of the first jeans that we launch is it's very similar. It's one of our most popular styles now. And right now, what's taking us by storm is our seamed barrel jean. I don't know if you've seen Barrel Jean take
Oh
the
yeah.
market and on the IG feed, but it's yeah, taking us by storm. It's performing really well. A lot of customers love the comfort and
Hmm.
the styling of it. You can wear it with the ballet flats or boots, cowboy boots, etc. And it does hold up. So our seam barrel jean is really a hit. But it's almost so similar to one of the first jeans we launched ever back in the early 80s, the mom jean. So it's a little bit of a nod to our first jean as well.
I actually love these jeans. So I think you guys style it really, really well. So like um folks, if you're listening, if you head to the justblackdenim.com website, you can see the utility seamed barrel jean. And the way that it's styled in this dark olive with like this really cute black loafer is so cool because like I probably myself wouldn't wear it with like sneakers. Might just feel a little too young for me. But I love that you've also kind of introduced really modern styles and also illustrated that style on your website for, perhaps two different kinds of women. So really emphasizing the versatility of your products as well too, I think is such a smart business move as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of our customers are concerned with the waist gapping, or, the comfortability once you're sitting in the car for hours picking up the kids. And this is the perfect jean for it because it's comfortable on the waist. There's no waist gap, and then it's really comfortable on the leg and it's stretchy. So, I'm actually wearing it right now. Great for podcasting.
Yeah, great for podcasting. I was going to say, yes, a little bit of stretch definitely goes a long way. And you've got a good percentage of stretch in there too. I appreciate the more than 2% as well. So I love that. I definitely need to check those out. I think what's also really interesting, Christine, about the Just Black Denim brand and something that's been really top of mind for me and for a lot of our guests here on the podcast is simplicity. You sell denim jeans. And I don't, unless you correct me, I don't see anything else that you really sell.
That's correct.
Is this a strategic move? Like, let's just be the best in a denim pant jean, and you don't even have a denim jacket on your website that I can tell, right? Like, what is the philosophy behind that?
Yeah, I think that's such a good point, and we get this question a lot as well. Um, we believe that doing one thing right will lead us to success. I think we still have so much more to learn in the craft. Just because we've been doing it for 4 decades doesn't mean that we're not learning. I think every day we're learning to be better, and do things more efficiently and make better product along the way. So yes, providing denim jeans, short skirts, is our formula to create the best product and consistent product. And it is intentional. Yeah.
I actually love that because especially as a brand that has been around as long as yours, right? There aren't a lot of brands that just exclusively focus on, in this case, a fashion brand that exclusively focuses on bottoms, for women, right? And I don't see it any longer as like staying in your lane, right? It's more about doubling down on what works and really really focusing on that, not getting distracted by other things. But I think that's such a testament to your the quality and the craftsmanship of your brand, is that oftentimes when whether it's thought leadership or whether it's building a CPG brand, whatever that might look like, being known as the best, even if it's in one thing, is a great thing, right? There's riches in the niches, as they say. So kudos to you guys for that.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are some of the biggest misconceptions that people might have about running a denim brand or just working in fashion in general?
Yeah. I mentor a lot of young designers and a lot of people who want to be in the fashion field. So that's one of my personal passions, and a way that I recharge as well. Yeah, I always say it's not all glamour and fun. Today is, an example of the glamour and the fun. So thank you. But yeah, I think owning or being a leader within the fashion field takes a lot of grit, um, and flexibility. I think that, myself included, we are pushed and pulled in so many different directions. There's a lot of elements that is going to be unforeseen, and you need to have grit to sustain the fashion industry in today's days. Um, but I think that one thing is for sure, making a brand and creating a brand is ever more so easy than it was in any year. So if anyone wants to do it, you can, yeah, I'm open to, mentoring, but if anyone wants to do it, the time is now.
Interesting. Okay. Can you tell us more? Why do you say that? Why is now the time?
Yeah, I think that the consumer market is interested in individuals. I think we see that a lot in so many different brand examples. It's less about, the brand and product and etc. I think the individual is really celebrated in today's days. So yeah, I really love seeing new designers and up and coming business owners, and also ones that have been doing it for decades. I love to see what they're putting out and the way that they're putting it out.
So cool. Christine, also since this is a very marketing heavy podcast, given your stature and such incredible success with your own brand, can you give any insight into what's working for you guys, just in terms of maybe marketing, PR, sales, like any juicy strategies or tactics that you can reveal?
Absolutely. I'm very much an open book. The way that Just Black Denim rose is really word of mouth. Um, yeah, it's word of mouth. We didn't have a Facebook, Instagram, no social presence for a very, very long time. So I think the product speaks for itself. Once you have good product, people are going to share it. And now in nowadays term, word of mouth is very much from a social setting. So I think that word of mouth is still very much our truest marketing form for Just Black Denim.
I love that too. We call it here word of mouse, even though most people are on their phones, there's no mouse, but you get the gist.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna adopt it.
Please do. Word of mouse. You heard it here, folks, first. What about influencers? I feel like that is, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, but have influencers moved the needle at all for your business?
Yeah, absolutely. Influencers are a huge component within our marketing field. The influencers that we have, we're so grateful because they're so passionate, truly so passionate about the brand and the product. So we're really, really lucky to be working with the influencers. And like what you said, they believe in quality, they believe in consistency, and they they love the styling. So I think that influencers are a really big component, and it's only going to grow. We work with influencers through Instagram, through TikTok, and YouTube right now, and oh, Substack as well. So it's been a really fun exploration.
I love that you mentioned Substack. Our account executive, Erica, recently reached out to one of our clients with an opportunity in a Substack, and it was really interesting to position that for them because it obviously not like a Vogue or Harper's Bazaar. It was Substack, and those are absolutely still up and coming, but I think we're going to see more of that for the future as well too. And when you think about the juxtaposition that you're also kind of alluding to between short form and long form content. I think both are still seeing a lot of the spotlight when it comes to marketing and brands that are encouraged to kind of play in both spaces. TikTok shop. Are you guys TikTok shop advocates? Are you on TikTok shop or have you kind of stuck to your guns and direct to consumer on your end when it comes to online sales?
Yeah, we are not on TikTok shop, and that's on purpose. Yeah.
It's refreshing, Christine. Tell us more.
Yeah, I think that we want to own the shop that we have. We're not on TikTok shop, but it's not to say we won't be. But right now, we decided that we'll use TikTok as a more marketing vehicle for us. I think that we'll see how TikTok goes in the year of 2025. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that was intentional and not to say we won't do it ever. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I think in many ways that's really smart too, Christine. Something that we coach our clients on is just remembering that social media, those are not owned channels, right? They're great. Don't get me wrong. Like I know some brands make six figures monthly on TikTok shop.
Mhm.
As a business owner too, that part of me feels a little bit scared when it comes to that. Like, yay, great, that's amazing. But again, what if that was to disappear overnight like it did briefly in January too? So, that being said, as the CEO, your number one objective, profitability and remaining profitable too. And some of that comes with lesser risk opportunities, which is great that you're doubling down on what has been working and not just latching on to a hot new trend because other people are doing it. So do you have any other advice for building a company like yours, especially when it comes to advice, Christine, around working smarter, not harder? That is a huge theme here, and especially for someone in a leadership role that is wearing so many hats, you are preserving and elevating your family's legacy as well too. I mean, that those are like really, really big hats that you're wearing. How do you keep it all together? Do you have any advice, strategies, tips, tactics for working smarter, not harder in your role?
Yeah, absolutely. I think honing in on your reason why is so key. There are going to be bumps along the road. And if you are not honed in on your reason why times when times are rough, it's hard to overcome those bumps. So that's my number one advice. And my second advice is really surrounding yourself with key and good people. Like I'm so lucky. I feel super fortunate that I have family surrounded by me, and I have also external family in the same industry as us. So I really lean on to them for advice a lot of the times, and surrounding yourself with good people. I know that one's an obvious one, but that is going to be another key component. And listening into your inner voice. I think that was more challenging for me, as especially second generation um, person. Really, honing in on your gut and your inner voice and amplifying that will be really key. There are going to be so much noise, especially in these modern times now, within your feeds or whatever you absorb. There's a lot of noise, but thinking internally and making that inner voice stronger will be another important part.
Absolutely. Something too, Christine, that you reminded me of as well, certainly surrounding yourself with good people, but also looking internally, as you mentioned, when it comes to that inner voice, how important to sort of related to this is your personal brand as well. Do you believe in, as the president of this company, you having a personal brand? And if so, how does that affect the denim business too?
Yeah. I think this was very much a push-pull for me. I think my personality is always like I love being behind the scenes. I'm more of an introvert. Introverts can be leaders, by the way. And yeah. Um, this is very much a push-pull, but I think with the right support team, I've decided to put myself out there, taking interviews and exploring opportunities like today. So I think for me, it'll be continued a work in progress, and we'll see how next step goes. But if, the one thing that kind of led me to this decision of putting myself out there for the company is that I could be a voice for what we're doing on the day in and day out, and also provide some storytelling as well for where my parents began. I think that's so special to me, and if I can play a little component of that, I love that.
Well, you're very good at it, so keep it up. And yes, absolutely, introverts can be leaders. I am an extrovert, but as I mentioned on a previous episode, I'm having some introverted like tendencies. I think it's okay to shapeshift as well too, and not a bad thing. Christine, you're amazing. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to talk about today?
No, but thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to hopefully meet you in person and
Yes.
continue this friendship. Thank you.
Absolutely, can't wait. It was such an honor. Where can people find you and Just Black Denim?
Yeah, they can find us at Just Black Denim on Instagram, TikTok, and justblackdenim.com on our website. They can find me on Christine Chung on Instagram. And if anyone is looking for a mentor, they can DM me as well.
Amazing. We'll make sure to have those links in the show notes. Christine from Just Black Denim, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode deposited some useful advice and insights to help you grow your wealth. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future conversations. You can find more resources, episode details, and updates at growyourwealthpodcast.com. And let's keep the conversation going on Instagram. Follow me at Grow Your Wealth Podcast. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or takeaway from today's show. Until next time, remember, burnout is optional. Take care, and I'll see you next week.